to get sponsorships, how I've been successful in getting. So those are paint matched now to the car. The car is like so smooth right now. The new sponsor that we're adding to the car, biggest contributor to that. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So we're in the car right now, heading to guess where? Cars and Coffee. I'm gonna check that out for a little bit. You can see the stars are out tonight or out today. Still got the shades on though. I'm tired as but heading to Cars and Coffee, and then we're gonna get to the video today. So this video we're gonna be talking about sponsorships. I periodically get the question, how do you get sponsorships? Because I have, I think 5 or 6 sponsorships right now. But we're going to talk about how to get sponsorships, how I've been successful in getting some sponsorships. I'll show you some stuff under the hood that I did a few days ago. I had actually painted the valve covers to the car. They were like a black before. I painted them sublime like the car, and then changed the decals out to carbon fiber. And when I did that, I did it in the garage. The clear coat ended up blanketing the entire car. I mean the entire car. It misted like my garage almost completely. I mean, I don't give a shit that it's on anything else in the garage, but the car itself, it was on the entire car. And I had to clay bar the entire car. I had to clay bar the side skirts, the front splitter, everything on the car. I even had to clay bar some of the stuff inside the car because I had the driver's side window down, and some of it got inside and it misted my steering wheel and my center console area, and man, it just got everywhere. So I clayed it, polished it, and then I threw my AERO Detailing Products 1-year ceramic spray on it, and it's so silky smooth now. It's like super clean. So I mean, it's kind of misty and foggy out today, and I can look at my hood and I can see the water just like beating up and rolling off the hood. So highly recommend AERO Detailing Products. I mention it all the time because they're a badass company, badass product. They're growing in the car community like huge, and I've been a part of AERO now for a few years, and great people, great products. How many lime green cars do you see out here? Just the one. Just the one. So as you can see, the car is, even before I get under the hood, super reflective. I mean, I just drove it a little bit, so if it's dusty, don't mind that, but you can see it's, for a green car, it's pretty reflective. So this is their 4-in-1 cut and polish, and then their flight ceramic spray 1-year protection. So the car is like so smooth right now. So it turned out really good. I did everything. The entire car, like I mentioned, is freshly clay barred, and the ceramic spray. So we went ahead and did the valve covers. So those are paint matched now to the car. The clear coat on them turned out really good. I'm super happy with them. So decals, carbon fiber. So I didn't clay bar or wet sand them or nothing. They're under the hood parts. I wasn't gonna go too into detail, but if you look at them versus the car, paint match is pretty good. So I'm happy with that. So there are a couple different types of sponsorships, at least that I've experienced. There is the full sponsorships, and then there's partial sponsorships. So from my experience, full sponsorships tend to be free products, and partial sponsorships tend to be discounted products. Usually pretty good discounts. My discounts are usually really good on my partial sponsorships. I'm not going to tell you who I have for partial and full. The carbon fiber steering wheel is a sponsorship from Carismo Domestics. There's a video down below on the steering wheel. The BRAUM Racing seats are a sponsorship item as well. The cage in here, when I have the cage in here, that's a sponsorship as well, from Mobile Weld Specialst. So he makes the cage. Detailing products that I use on the car is all AERO detailing products, and it is a sponsorship as well. AADesigns is a sponsorship as well. He's the one that makes all my decals for the car. The wheels are a sponsorship, so the Voxx 20 by 10.5 wide body replicas, those are a sponsorship. The lighting was a sponsorship as well. So I have the normal halos that you saw. Those are the DRL boards, and those are a sponsorship from LD97. I haven't really communicated too much with him recently. I don't know if he's still even doing business or whatever, but those were sponsorship items as well. Color Flow series, so I got, you know, the big halos, plus I got a little halo that I installed in there, and those are surface mounted halos, but I actually mounted them inside the glass. The new sponsors that we're adding to the cars that I'm super happy about, I'm stoked to be a part of them, is actually going to be, guess it, Nitto Tires. So Nitto Tires is now an official sponsor of the car, like document signed official. These cars go through tires. I mean, I might not be the type to go through them quick because I don't go out and burn out or drift in them or nothing, but I've had this is my second set of drag radials now, because I had these drag radials on the last set of variant wheels. So my first sponsorship was actually AERO Detailing Products. I got on board with them a few years ago when I ran into them at Springfest and loved their products. I put them on the charger when the charger was fully wrapped. I couldn't find a product that was would not leave streaks in the wrap, in the vinyl. And tried the Chem Guy stuff. It kept streaking. I'd have to go over it like 3 or 4 times with a clean microfiber to get it clean and streak free. Ended up running into AERO, and they were getting out free samples. So I tried the free sample on the car, and it left it shiny, a little bit of shine to it, you know, because wraps, you don't sometimes want them like really shiny, because mine was a satin gray color. Tried it out, it left it with a little bit of shine, perfect coloring. It left it super smooth, and it left a nice little film on the car to beat up water and roll it off. And the best part was it was streak free. So from that point on, I was AERO. Reached out to the company on social media about, you know, sponsorship opportunities, and I was really new to the car scene and sponsorships at that time, so I didn't even know the right questions to ask. But I did ask for, you know, some type of sponsorship opportunity, and you know, it was a slow build over time, because, you know, most companies don't just let you in right out the gate. You know, they want to see what you're about, especially on social media. And you know, I think 3 or 4 months in, you know, they offered me a sponsorship opportunity. I've been working with them ever since. You know, I've been doing some booth stuff with them, and you know, social media and stuff, and things have been great. Cheryl and Michael are there, who run the show. And then from there, just, you know, kind of rolled over into other companies. I would say the biggest contributor to that is social media. I mean, my Instagram following has continually been growing. I don't buy followers. I don't believe in buying followers, because I don't believe Instagram is like a real thing. Why am I going to pay money into it? For me, it's almost like a business now, because it spreads out over the globe, right? As social media does. So you get thousands, if not millions, of people seeing your social media, and that leads to clientele for these companies. So for me, it started with Instagram, and I've been growing the Instagram steadily, right, as time's gone on. I just enjoy doing this, and I enjoy the growth, and I enjoy working with new companies and all of this. So for me, it's never been about racing or street racing. I just like driving a cool car, doing cool car shit, you know. So cruises and meets and all that, that's my jam. So social media has by far been the biggest contributor of that. If you're going to try to get sponsorships, a big part of that is your social media, right? But you have to be aware of what you're posting. So I learned early on, I can't just post about normal family stuff on my social. I have my own personal accounts that I post, you know, my family, my kids, friends and stuff that I do. But you kind of have to have one direction. So if you want to do car stuff and you want sponsorships for your car, then that social media has to be car oriented, because people aren't going to like your kids' photos. They're not going to like birthday parties. They're not going to like barbecues. They want to see car stuff, right? Because that's why they follow your page. So I learned that I need to stick, you know, car content on my BRAUM LowLife IG, and I enjoy doing that. Don't get me wrong, I do. But it's just, I learned that. So what happened early on when I was grasping all this, is people would unfollow me as depending on the post that I make. So it's funny, but that's just how the world works, right? So so I figured that out, and you know, now my IG has steadily been growing, and it's all car stuff. I like making TikToks, man, about the car. I don't do fucking selfie TikToks. I don't do none of the weird shit that all the kids do. I just do car related TikToks. But the TikToks, they grow, and they grow quick. I mean, I have some TikToks that are like 800,000 views and like 20 or 30,000 likes, like really big numbers. And those videos I can roll over into Instagram, and I get tons of exposure from that. And then the reach on those is really large too, because now IG has the reels. So I'll add it to a reel, and then it'll just blow up on IG. Social media by far is king. Now I'm doing YouTube. So YouTube is now, I'm trying to make my, you know, primary outlet for car content. But you know, it's a slow growing thing, and that's going to take time, and that's cool. Depending on the company, some of them you can reach out through social media and just ask straight out, hey man, you want to sponsor me or partial sponsor me? Some companies that actually have application forms on their website, and you have to fill those out. So like for me, Nitto was an actual form that I filled out on their website. Man, I got this reply probably like a year later. Sent them pictures and plans for the build, and then that was kind of a longer process, but shit, I never heard anything back from it at that point. I assumed they passed me up, but here I am now, you know, officially sponsored from Nitto. Some you can just DM on IG and post pictures. They like posting pictures, they like stories. Tags and hashtags are important. So social media is where it's at, man. It's not impossible to get sponsors with small followings, but I find that, you know, with the larger following, more companies are willing to engage me in DMs, which is interesting. Those very formal ways show that you want them, right? So it's easy to just send a DM like, hey, sponsor me, right? But you kind of have to sell yourself to these companies, and you got to put in a little work. So if they have an application process online, fill that out, send it in. Do you have any opportunities? You want to phrase it kind of a specific way. Do you have any opportunities for, you know, partial sponsorships or full sponsorships? You don't want to just ask, oh, hey, sponsor my car, you know, something just like really flat, straight out, because you figure there's thousands of other people building cars or adding parts to cars, and they want sponsorships too. So you have to sell yourself, and you have to do it in a certain manner. You want to be, you know, sound educated. You want to be presentable. You want to, you know, you have to look a certain way, right? So your posts have to be a certain way. You would think, you know, asking and them adding products to your car is easy, but no, you have to actually do work. You got to make posts, you got to edit stuff, you got to do videos if that's what you do. And if you don't like doing that kind of stuff, then sponsorships aren't really for you. It's not as easy as just asking them when you throw in a decal on your car and then you get free stuff. No, you have to put in work. You know, if you're doing booth stuff with them, they're going to want you to, you know, talk to people. It's a process, you know, it's not as easy as just, at least not for me. Maybe if you're some big time dude with 500,000 followers and you could just show up and be a badass and park your car and walk away from it and come back, get it and leave, that's cool. They're people and they're running a business, and you're pushing that business with them. So, you know, you have to work at it. It's really all social media driven. It's just you have to direct your social media in a certain way that you know, gets attention, but you also have to appease the sponsors. So, you know, you have to attend events, keep the car clean, meet certain criteria that they might ask of you, you know, as far as posts or hashtags or stories or whatever it is, you know. So you have to have creative content. You can't just take a picture with your phone anymore and put it up, because everyone else has already been doing that. things are kind of beyond those even early on days. I mean, I'm an old dude. I'm 36 years old now, but so I got to try to keep up with the young bucks too, man. The kids who are in their, you know, low to mid 20s with money, and they can go out and buy a car and just pay somebody to modify it. So I got to keep up with them just like everyone else does. BRAUMs, I hit them up in a DM. They had their people look over my social media, and then they sent me a contract, and you know, I filled out their application and made that official. Same thing with Voxx. I reached out to Voxx in a DM. They saw it maybe 3 weeks later, so I thought they had brushed me under the rug, and I got a response from them, and they sent me a contract after that, and that became a sponsorship. So some stuff happens slowly, some happens pretty quick, but overall, they're looking at your social media. And I like helping people, sharing knowledge with you guys, and you know, because I used to get DMs from people all the time about stuff, so I'd have to sit there and write paragraphs to people about how to do this, how to do that, and a lot of stuff gets lost in translation, you know, even in text. So that's why I started YouTube, right? So now I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy helping people out. But yeah, be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace.